Why do people suffer? I mean, innocent people, like I brought the example of the baby.
Right.
This is atrocity. I mean,
Right.
I mean, if there is, there are so many examples we can bring up, but this is the main one: the suffering, the injustice. Why do people suffer? Innocent people,
Right.
people of God. You know,
Right.
why do we suffer?
Okay.
Why?
Right. That's one of the most difficult questions a human being can ask.
And I'm asking for your opinion.
Right.
Since you've been here for all morning, you see how you might have a different way of answering. Then I know my answer.
Okay.
I want to hear,
Sure.
so I can digest. Maybe I'm lacking few points. Maybe I can get some more good points from you. So I can relieve. I can have a relief because everybody has suffered. I'm
Right.
suffering, and everybody. So, but
Sure.
you know, what is it?
All right. I do not know why God allowed suffering. I've got to be honest, man. I can't stand out here and say, oh, no problem, I'll give you the answer. I can't. I'd be lying to you.
What?
But, but, as a Christian, I have to think. First point, God did not create evil. Evil is a result of free, autonomous individuals rebelling against God. Evil leads to suffering. So when the Bible records in Genesis chapter 3 that human beings rebelled against God, that is where Pandora's box was opened, so to speak, on this earth. And evil brought suffering on a massive scale in this earth.
Very limited. That's very limited.
Obviously,
How about the unborn? I brought you the example.
we'll get there. Obviously, if I smack him in the face, that will lead to pain and suffering. Obviously, a lot of suffering is a direct result of human irresponsibility. The gas chambers of Dachau and Auschwitz, Buchenwald. Obviously, suffering, a direct result of human irresponsibility. But you're right, there's other suffering, like a baby with birth defect, that's not a direct result of human irresponsibility. When we told God to shove out of our lives, He honors our request, takes a step back from planet Earth, and chaos erupts. Earthquakes, genetic defects, etc., etc. Suffering. Not because God is punishing anybody, but because when God removes Himself partially from Earth, chaos erupts. Which means you and I are born into an unfair, unjust world. Not because God created it that way, but because we told God to take a hike, He partially honored our request, took a step back. Now, the great news of the gospel is God is a suffering God who became man in Jesus Christ. He suffered, bled, and died on a cross to provide the ultimate solution for suffering and death. Forgiveness and eternal life in a heaven where there will be no more suffering, no more death. So now the question is, do you and I have God's solution to the very real problem of suffering? Do you and I have Jesus Christ?